when he slumped me to the ground, like, he was just like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. At this time, that car, they just kept going. They didn't stop, nothing. They kept going to, I guess, to their parking spot or whatever not. And I was on the ground looking up at D. He was like, you shut the fuck up right now. I was like, but D. And then, boom, he punched me right on the side of my face. I'm like, D, like, please stop. He was like, no, you always doing shit. I told you not to fucking run from me, and you fucking ran from me. You should have just fucking stopped. I'm like, D. And then he grabbed my hair and started pulling me towards the stairwell, because there was a stairwell on that floor. He started pulling me towards the stairwell by my hair, and I'm just kicking and screaming, and he was like, shut the fuck up. Boom, another punch to the face. I'm like, stop hitting me, stop. We get to the stairwell, like, because he's still dragging me. He, like, pulled me all the way in the stairwell, and I'm, like, crouched up against the corner between the door and, like, the actual stairs. I'm, like, in the corner beside the door, and I'm looking up here. I'm like, D, please, just stop, please. He was like, didn't I fucking tell you about running from me, you little stupid bitch? Boom, another hit to the fucking face. I'm like, D, please stop hitting me. I was like, stop. And he was just like, no, because I told you, you don't do no shit. And then you want to take off and run like a fucking maniac? You running, yelling and screaming? Really? And I'm just like, D, please, I'm scared. Like, I'm still crouched down, looking up at him. I'm like, D, please, I'm scared. Stop. What are you going to do? Like, what are you going to do? I'm looking up at him like, D, what are you going to do? Please stop. And he was just like, And by this time, that same car that had went all the way up, that I thought was not paying attention, started to come all the way back down. And D saw it. And he was like, man, fuck. I was just like, and then I took out running, because on the stairwell, there was like a little breezeway that connects to another portion, like a little outside portion. So I'm just like, yo, if I can go into that breezeway, I can, like, stand outside and people can see me and I can wave and do something. So when he was looking at that car, I bolted towards the breezeway. And when I got in that breezeway, D started running, get your fucking stupid ass back here. And I turned around like, D, stop. Please, I'm like, please, D, just stop. He's like, shut the fuck up. And he started running towards me, and I'm looking, I'm trying to see if I see anybody and trying to get anybody's attention. And the next thing you know, I heard, Kayana. And I'm like, whew. D looked at me, he was like, you called my fucking dad? And I'm just like, I didn't know what else to do. I didn't know what else to do. He was like, and you called my fucking dad? You ain't learned to stop calling my fucking dad? Next thing you hear, Pop was like, Darian, Kayana, where y'all at? I see you, Kayana. Are you okay? And I look at him, and he was like, man, fuck. And then he walked out to where his dad was. And his dad was like, what's going on? And he was like, man, fuck you, you fuck nigga. Like, he was just going off on his dad, like, mind your fucking business, you a fuck nigga. And Pop just standing his ground. He was like, Kayana, you okay? Are you okay? And he was like, Kayana, are you okay? And D still going out, man, fuck you, she all right, stupid fuck nigga, you fuck nigga. And I'm still standing in the breezeway, and Pop was like, Kayana, come here, let me see you right now. Like, he was not concerned about Darian at all. He was like, Kayana, let me see you right now. So I walk out, and, like, I just stood in the doorway of the stairwell, because they was, like, right in front of that doorway, like, screaming. So that car that originally I thought was the car that was going all the way to the top, it was Pop's car. It wasn't that other car. It was Pop coming to find me. So I'm standing in the doorway. He was like, Kayana, you okay? You good? I said, I'm fine. He was like, what's happening? What's going on? And D was like, man, fuck you, fuck nigga. And just going off. And then the next thing you know, the police showed up. When the police showed up, D was like, he turned to me, he's like, you called the motherfucking police? I'm like, I didn't call the cops. I didn't call the cops. I did not call the cops. I'm like, I just called Pop. And then he looked at his dad. He's like, you called the fucking police? Dad still not saying nothing to him. He was just like, Kayana, are you okay? What's going on? The police pulled up. They got the car. They was like, all right, what's going on here? Darian still going off on his dad, calling him all types of fuck nigga. And his dad just like, you need to calm down. You need to calm down. And these Pop started talking to the cops. He was like, look, I got a call from my daughter-in-law. She said something was going on, so I came down here to make sure everything was okay. And the cops was like, are you okay, ma'am? And I'm looking at them, and I'm not saying anything. And then Pop looked at me. He was like, Kayana, let them know you're okay. Are you okay? What's happening? What's going on? And I looked at Pop. I looked at D, who is fuming right now. Like he is seeing red, and he's just glaring at me. And I looked back at the cops, and they were just like, ma'am, are you okay? I didn't say anything. Like nothing. I was frozen. I was like stiff. Because in my mind, I'm just like, oh, fuck. Not only did Pop show up, the cops showed up. Darian's going off on Pop. And it's like, I'm here. And I'm just like, I got to get to my kids. Like, oh, I got to get to my kids. So I'm just like, I'm not saying anything. So Pop started walking towards me. And then the cops started talking to D, trying to get his side of things of what's going on. Pop came towards me. He was like, Kayana, you need to tell them what's going on. You need to tell them what's going on. And I'm just looking at Pop. And he was just like, come on, step in here. And we stepped in the breezeway and closed the door. And I'm standing against the wall. He was like, Kayana, I know you're scared, but I need you to let them know what is going on. I need you to let them know what happened. And I looked at Pop. I was like, okay. He was just like, what tell me, just tell me what happened. So I told him, I was just like I said, like he picked me up from my job, and he came here to the top of the parking garage, and he started putting on gloves. So I took off running, and that's when I called you, because I was hiding. And I'm like, and I did call the police, but it's like I was hiding, and then he found me. And when he found me, like he was punching me, and then he dragged me into the stairwell. And then Pop just looked at me. He put his hand on my shoulder, and he was just like, Kayana, it's gonna be okay, okay? It's gonna be okay. But I need you to talk to them and let them know what's going on, okay? Can you do that for me? Please do that for me. You have to do that for me, okay? And I looked at him, I was like, okay. So Pop went out. I stayed in the stairwell. Pop went out to grab one of the officers. When the officers came into the breezeway, well, the stairwell, and I looked at him. He looked at me. He's like, are you okay, ma'am? I was like, I'm fine. He was like, what happened? And I'm just looking at him. He has a body cam on. And I'm looking at him. I'm looking at the body cam. I'm looking back at him. He was like, ma'am, I can't help you if you don't tell me what happened. And I'm just like, He's like, look, I know you're scared, but you have to tell me what happened. And I'm just like, I'm looking at him. I was like, I talked to Pop. I'm like, I talked to Pop. He was like, ma'am, you need to let us know what's going on. I was like, I talked to Pop. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna go get Pop and bring him in here. If I go get him and bring him in here, will you talk to me? I was just like, well, I already told Pop what happened. Like I told Pop already what happened. He was like, look, the officer was like, look, I get you're scared. I get it. But I cannot help you if you don't tell me what happened. And I'm still quiet. So the officer left, went and grabbed Pop and brought Pop in. So the officer is standing in front of me. Pop is standing to the side of me. And Pop was just like, Kayana, you gotta talk. You gotta let them know. I was like, well, Pop, I let you know. I'm like, I told you. He's like, no, you have to tell them what's going on. So I looked at the officer. I was just like, he brought me out. We was arguing, and he brought me all the way up here. I didn't know what was going to happen because he started like putting on gloves. And then I got a weapon in my trunk. So I was thinking that he was finna go to my trunk for the weapon. And the officer's like, did he put his hands on you? I was like, yeah, he tackled me from behind, body slammed me, and like dragged me into the stairwell, but he was punching me in the face. And then he was looking at, like he was examining my body when I was saying that.